So the names of the four forces are as follows. You've got lift, weight, thrust, and drag. So starting off, lift is going to be our upwards force. This force is going to be generated by the wing of the aircraft. This is what allows us to fly. This is what climbs us up into the sky. The next force is weight. And weight is a result of gravity. So weight exists because gravity exists, and it always is going to be in the direction towards the center of the Earth, or the ground. So no matter what orientation the plane's in, if the nose is pointed up, down, if the plane's upside down, right side up, turning, weight and the force of weight is always going to be towards the ground, towards the center of the Earth. So that's lift and weight. These guys oppose each other, so they're opposites. And then we also have thrust and drag, which are opposites. So thrust is the forwards force. With our aircraft, thrust is provided by the propeller. It's what propels us forward. See what I did there? The way it propels us forward is by using Newton's third law. There it is again. So Newton's third law acts in this way to produce thrust for us. So the propeller, when it's spinning, blows air towards the rear of the plane. So that's air blowing towards the rear of the plane. As a result, with that equal and opposite reaction, we get a large force that pushes us forward. So all that air, all the energy of that air going backwards is put into an opposite force going forwards, which pushes us forwards. So that's thrust. Now the last force we're going to talk about is the force of drag. So the force of drag is usually split into two categories with different types of drag in each of those categories. But for today's lesson, we are just going to cover an overview of drag. We'll talk about it more in depth in another video. But you can think of drag as the opposite of thrust and is typically a result of things like friction and aerodynamic resistance. So when you are flying, you're going to be creating friction with the air you're going through. So it's going to start to try and slow you down, resulting in drag.